I kept losing until I understood these things I'm going to tell you in this video. So make sure you take notes, write it down, study. Let's get it. The first thing is market structure. I'm telling you right now, if you don't understand this, I don't care what you are using, you're gonna be lost. The first thing is the trend is always your friend, okay? Yes, you have to understand that. But you also have to understand that the trend sometimes is not your friend, okay? So you might think that the market is trending up, but it's actually reversing. Or you might think the market is trending up, but it's in the range.
All right, so right here is a good example of what I'm talking about when it comes to, understanding structure. Right here, we have a nice bullish trend, and automatically you are looking for longs, right? If this was me years ago, I would just literally look for longs. I don't care about anything else. Let me go long, right? Because guess what? The trend is your friend. But again, you have to understand structure. And when you understand structure, you have to look to the left. So let's look to the left real quick. Let's see if we have anything going on. So we look to the left, and next thing you know, boom, we see that we have resistance, guys, right? Resistance right here and even right here. So to me, I don't want to really go long right here, right? So I would actually look for a short around here, which I did, okay? And I will look to profit when the market basically comes to here. When I see a reaction, though, I'm not going to just go short just because. I want to see a reaction. And let me show you guys the quick trade on this one. And right here, guys, literally no drawdown, straight to my target profit, and boom, I'm up 200 on that trade, okay? And basically, that's because I look to the left. Now, is this going to work 100% of the time? No, but when I studied structure, this is when everything started to make sense. And this is when I was losing less.
So you have to understand when the market is ranging or when it looks like it's about to reverse, because if you don't, you're gonna get chopped up, or you're just gonna lose a lot just because you don't understand market structure. So understanding market structure is one of the things that turn my trading around, because I just said, okay, I can see the market much clearer and stop thinking everything is a trend, because every single day is not a trend, okay? So that definitely helped me out. Now, the next thing that helped me out was not focusing on the day-to-day P&L, okay? So a lot of people are so focusing on like, oh man, I gotta make $50 a day, I gotta make $100 a day. This year I'm promoting monthly profits, okay? So don't care, I don't really care about even weekly profits. Focus on monthly P&L is the best, because one day or 1 week literally sometimes distract you. I was actually talking to a guy yesterday. We were playing basketball, right? And he don't day trade, but he actually does something similar. Well, it's not similar to day trading, but he buys and sells tickets, right? So he understands risk management. He understands, buying low, selling high. He understands losses. He understands everything. And yesterday I had, a whack day. I had was it losing day yesterday? Well, it was a slightly losing day, right? And I was, I guess a little frustrated, and I was playing basketball, whatever. And he just reminded me of something. He's like, you can't really focus on the day-to-day. You just gotta think long-term, okay? Because if you focus too much on the day-to-day, it will trick you, or it will just mess you up, and you can just do silly things just because you want to, correct or fix what happened yesterday or, today, or whatever the case is. And I didn't even tell him I had a suspect day. He knows I day trade. So, but overall, hearing him say that, it just reminded me like, yo, all right, man, let me stop worrying about today. Let me just, because, at the end of the day, I'm human too, So not focusing on the day-to-day operations or the day-to-day P&L, just understanding that, focus on the long term and things will be okay. So honestly, I don't care about the daily P&L. I don't care about the weekly P&L. All I care about is the monthly P&L. And you have to have that long term thinking. So that definitely helped me out. It turned my trading around, and I believe you should do the same. Now, let me just explain to you guys, like, if I have a losing week, What do I do? Because this helps me out a lot, okay? If I have a losing week, number one, I'm checking my trades. I'm making sure that I didn't do anything wrong, okay? Now, if I didn't do anything wrong, if I need to, I will back test. Now, I'm not back testing to see if my strategy is working. I'm literally back testing just to get up some reps, right? Just to get my confidence back up. So a good example is like, let's say, for example, I had a basketball game and my team lost by 20, right? And let's say I'm a good shooter, right? I know for a fact I was off that game. We lost by 20, but I'm not going to, go to the gym to say, oh man, I got to fix my jump shot. No, I know I can shoot. The reason why I'm going to the gym is to build up my confidence. I'm throwing up shots like crazy, right? Just to make sure I get back in that groove, make sure, I get that confidence back up. So that's the same thing I'm doing with back testing. If I have a losing week, I'm back testing just to get my confidence back up, just to understand, yeah, my strategy does work. Okay, let me put up that reps. So I do that, just to get the reps up, get my confidence back up. Okay. And the last thing I'm doing is basically I'm talking to myself, right? Hyping myself up, saying, bro, you got this. Don't worry about it. It's just 1 week, right? Or even if it's a losing day, it's just one losing day. Keep reminding myself, listen, you got a good strategy. Just keep trading. Just keep trading. You got this, bro. You got this, right? Talking to myself, giving myself confidence, giving myself a boost so I can keep going. Because let's be honest, trading is not a physical game, it's a mental game. So mentally, you got to pump yourself up. Now, the next thing that helped me overall in my trading, right, turn my trading around, was not relying on my memory, okay? Write everything down. Write it down, guys, okay? You want to be very specific. I'm telling you right now, this game is very stressful, and since your money's on the line, you will definitely forget things, okay? So write it down. Write your strategy down. Your strategy should have step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Write it down. Be very specific, okay? Write down things you need to do during the day. Let's say, for example, you want to work on one of your bad habits. Make sure you write it down so it's in front of you, okay? So you can remind yourself, all right, boom, I need to work on this today. A good example is one of the things I was working on recently was not getting in a trade too late, or not missing a trade. Actually, it's not missing a trade because it was last week, I think, I missed a trade and, it pissed me off. So I know for a fact, I don't want to do that. So I have to make sure I focus on that. Okay, so write it down. Write things down. Next thing that helped me was basically not coming to my desk late. Okay, you don't want to come to your desk late. So if, let's say, the market opens at 9:30, you don't want to be at your desk at 9:29. Okay, you want to be maybe hopefully 15, 20 minutes or even a half an hour before the market opens up, so you can be prepared, mark down your levels, mark down everything, understand the trend, understand the direction, the bias for the day, understand everything. You don't want to be just last minute, because trust me, guys, I've been through that where last minute I'm looking at something and I forgot to check a level, and next thing you know, I missed a trade or I made the wrong trade. So we want to be at our desk minimum 15 to 20 minutes before the market opens. Now, the next thing that helped me out a lot, okay, was basically treating this like a business. So I had a schedule, okay? My schedule right now is 9:30 to 12. Like any other business, you have a schedule, you open at a certain time and you close at a certain time. So I'm open at 9:30 and I close at 12 o'clock p.m., okay? Through those hours, I'm looking at the market, looking for trading opportunities. Even if I don't see an opportunity, okay, I'm still at my desk from 9:30 to 12 and I'm just looking, right? So treating it like a business, having your hours. I remember having a student, literally, bro, he was trading morning, afternoon, nighttime. Bro, I mean, he was trading like literally 15, 16 hours a day. I'm like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, you have to have a schedule. You can't be just trading all day. So having a schedule is definitely going to help you. Now, I'm telling you right now, just from, trading for a long time, less is more. So you don't want to have you could have a long schedule, 9:30 to 4. You could do that. But from my experience, it's best to have a nice short window when it comes to trading. No more than maybe 2, 3, 4 hours. I think that's, good enough. Because remember, this is a mental game. So the more you trade mentally, you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to start to see things that are not there. So to me, having a short window, I would say 2 to 4 hours is a good sweet spot, and just be done for the day. Now, This one right here, okay, definitely helped me out. Just only take trades that's part of your system, right? Trust me. I said this before. Trading is like, trying to lose weight, and you live with your roommates, and they bring in Chinese food and donuts and a whole bunch of junk food, and you seeing it every single day passing you. You smelling it, and you're like, oh man, it's tempting you to like just try to eat bad, and you're trying to eat good, but it's like, oh man, all this food, I'm seeing it every single day. Trading is like the same thing. You're waiting for your high quality setups, but the market is moving without you. It's going crazy, and it's like tempting you to take a trade because you see the market is going up. You're like, man, I could have made X amount of money on that trade, and it's like tempting you every single second, every single hour, because it's like you have to sit tight to wait for your trade, right? So you got to be disciplined, guys. You have to have enough discipline to not, chase. Only take trades that's part of your system. Don't be tempted. Don't have FOMO. Just sit tight, take your trades. So to me, that's another thing. Right now I'm at a point where I hardly break my rules. Because it doesn't even make sense for me to break my rules. Because I know I'm gonna lose money. So don't break your rules. It's a waste of time, and you're gonna feel really, really bad afterwards, right? Now, the next thing that basically helped me, right, turn me into a good trader was this: basically taking screenshots of my trades, of my winners and losers, understanding my winners, understanding my losers. You want to understand why you are winning, and you want to understand why you are losing. This is definitely gonna help you long term and short term. So that definitely helped me out. You definitely want to do this because you're going to start to see patterns. You're going to see, oh wow, like every time I do this, for some reason I'm losing, and that alone should give you some answers, right? So just taking screenshots, one of the best things you can do. Trust me on this one of the best things you can do. Take screenshots, right? The next thing that really helped me out too was just understanding that the thing that really makes me go on tilt, what really makes me just mad and want to revenge trade. I know for a fact missing out on a trade is one of the things. I don't want to miss out on a trade. So if I feel like I did that, like for example, I did that last week. So last week until this week, literally that was my purpose, right? My purpose wasn't to make money. Of course I want to make money, but it was literally every single day. Don't miss a trade. Don't miss a trade. Don't miss a trade. And that's what you have to do. You literally have to tackle your bad habits, because if you don't, it's going to just snowball and turn into some big habit that's going to just blow up your account or make you a bad trader. So every single day I'm reminding myself, don't miss a trade. Don't miss a trade. Don't miss a trade, right? Because I need to fix that bad habit, right? Even if that was just one time, it doesn't matter. I don't want to turn that into a habit, so I gotta keep on reminding myself. And the last thing I want to talk about, guys, that really, really turned my trading around was just having a max loss, and respecting that max loss. So it's not just having a max loss, because you can have a max loss, but some of you guys don't respect that max loss, right? Let's say for example, your max loss is $300. Some of you guys was, even though you hit your max loss, you would still trade and try to make back your money. So what really helped me when it comes to my max loss is, as soon as I hit my max loss, right, I literally close my laptop, okay? You have to close your laptop, okay, and leave. Just leave. Even if you have to leave the house, go outside, whatever the case is, close your laptop, because I'm telling you right now, even though you say, oh, I'm done for the day, and you're still looking at the chart, you might see a setup like, oh shoot, you know what? I'm gonna take that setup. No, you don't want to do that, okay? So you do not want to have your chart open after you finish taking your max loss. Trust me, you're gonna be tempted to actually continue to trade so you can actually try to get your money back, and we don't want to do that, right? So having a max loss and respecting it, okay? Respecting that max loss. And for me, what really helps me to respect that max loss is just, as soon as I'm done, boom, close my laptop, making some food, or I'm outside, or whatever the case is, I can't look at the chart. It's going to hurt me. It's going to tempt me to keep trading. So I don't want to do that. So I don't do that anymore. And the last thing I want to talk about is just what really turned my trading around is just understanding my numbers, right? Understanding my numbers, my stats. Man, I lean on that heavily, because even if I have a tough week, I just look at my stats and say, just keep going. Your stats will definitely give you confidence. It will help you understand your win rate, help you understand, how much R you can make, in a week. It will help you understand a lot. You're not going to be trading in the dark. You're really going to understand your trading business, because at the end of the day, trading is a business. You have to treat it like a business, so you have to know your numbers. Okay, so those are things that really helped me when I started to do these things. Trust me, my trading turned around a lot. So I just wanted to share these things with you guys. I hope you guys take this stuff, take notes, and use it when it comes to your trading. All right, so make sure, guys, treat your trading like a business. We can do this. Let's do this. Talk to you guys later. Let's get it.